Okay, so let's see if we are live. Hopefully live on YouTube here. Hello everyone, namaste, and hopefully live now on Instagram, just coming up. So naturally, with the day that was in it, didn't really get to record a video at the end of the day over in the TU ground. It was chaotic. There was seriously heavy rain. So I thought we'd come on here instead, do a little bit of a Instagram live here and a YouTube live here and answer all your questions, kind of run through the day. It's 8 o'clock exactly here in Kathmandu. We're going to do 30 minutes tonight. That's it, because I haven't eaten since breakfast and I'm hungry. So Bilal Khan, I'm not really that comment out. I'm not handsome at all. Hard luck today, guys. Stop saying handsome. So we'll get some questions in a sec. Let's run through the day first. Pretty extraordinary day, even by associate cricket standards or Nepali cricket standards. Unbelievable, really. We had. Let's start with the TU ground where I was with Paresh and Jared. Kuwait were really impressive with the ball. I want to give a big shout out to Muta Madagali, Pushpak Amara. Excellent guy, excellent head coach. He's done a brilliant job with Kuwait. And I thought their captain, Mohammad Aslan, was actually outstanding the way he rotated his bowlers. He learnt very quickly as he was going. He clearly didn't have the control with the seam bowlers that he would have liked, so he went to some part-time spinners. And it was just really, really impressed by Kuwait with the ball. I know you might look at the scorecard and say, oh, well, hold on, Nepal made 281, but they were flying at the start. And you looked at the way that Kushal Bertel and Asif Sheikh got going early, and you really thought, you were looking at it and you were thinking, Nepal, if they batted 50 overs here, could get 350 plus easily. But they dragged it back, and then when they had the rain chair after 23 overs, it really took a gem of an innings from Rohit Paudel, who not maybe his most impressive knock I've ever seen. Obviously, the knock against Scotland, that was bigger in terms of its importance and its pressure. But today was actually critical to kind of holding the innings together, and also just the way he went through the pain barrier. He got that really bad hit on the back of the shoulder. I also think he might not have moved with a huge amount of fluency. So maybe a thigh or a glute injury or something like that. So the way he battled through to get 94 off 95 balls, and actually was, putting the team first, trying to hit that 6 to get to 100. Incredible knock. Equally, Kushal Mala's. I'm going to struggle to explain how good this kid is, and I know a lot of people will be watching now from Nepal. They'll know about him, but hopefully some people are watching from other parts of the world as well, and they'll just maybe get a sense as to how good Kushal Mala is already and how good he could be. He reminds me so much of Josh Little. I said this before. When he came through that Irish system, we always kind of looked at him and said, this kid has a higher ceiling than anyone we've ever produced. And obviously it might be hard to get as high as Sandeep Lamachani has gone in the world in terms of his IPL contracts and all the leagues he's played in around the world, but Kushal Mala is something special. So 57 off 44 today, 4 sixes. One of them, 2 of them were ludicrous. One of them was like over the second story of our building. It was also a brilliant moment. Sorry, I'm going off to a tangent for a second, but we saw it on the replay. So we're on the first floor of the commentary, the kind of media room, the first floor, and we've got a reasonably good view, kind of from long off. But above us is kind of like a VVIP section where a lot of the organisers are, Asian Cricket Council guys are, and all that sort of stuff. And the ball, it got hit over both our first floor and the second floor, went over the roof of that. It was this brilliant shot, which we caught on the reverse replay, where you could see the guys, the dignitaries up above us, and they saw this 6-speed hit by Kushal Mala, and they've watched it, and they've looked behind them, like as if to think they're going to see the ball through the back of a concrete wall. It was really funny. So he's a special talent. But credit to Kuwait. They've made it for an excellent contest. 3 wickets from Mohammad Aslan, 3 for Adnan Idris, and Yasin Patel is a really fine cricketer. So look, they'll have a chance tomorrow, if the rain holds off, to beat Oman and get 3rd place, and that would send them to the Emerging Teams Cup, which means they play against the A teams of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Afghanistan. And the good news for Nepali fans and for UAE fans, they're already there. So they've got their tickets to the Emerging Cup, but it's all to play for on Monday. Monday is just going to be magic. like incredible. What a prize. UAE have been there several times before. In some ways, they'll be favored because of that. But Nepal have home advantage. It is the associate El Clasico, UAE versus Nepal. There is going to be so much bite in that game. UAE will want revenge. That they think they were robbed last month in that dramatic game. But I really think that, yeah, I don't want to call it, but let's just hope the rain doesn't get involved. Okay, quick synopsis of the other game. I really feel so sorry for Oman. Oman looked to me, I didn't get to watch much of it because the internet didn't work the entire day. Um, and again, a slight tangent. The atmosphere at the ground today, unbelievable. Like, I mean, in some ways, it felt almost louder than a month ago when there was definitely a few more people there, but not by much. And it was so loud, it was so raucous, there was a fervor. Fervor is the best word. And that's what this team is doing to this country. It's so, so special. Nothing unites Nepal as a nation like the cricket teams. And yeah, I think the run they're on at the moment now is just so exciting. We'll get to the questions in a second. Sorry, I know they're all coming in. We will come to them. Bibek Canal, what happened to my hair? I don't have any. I'm a tack blue dye. That's me. We won't get to any more questions without it. Let's finish the synopsis of the games. What are we? We're about 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in. Okay, so UAE posted 236. Zishan Maksud, 4 wickets. Bilal Khan, 4 wickets. Zishan Maksud, I've said it before, I'll say it again, maybe the most consistent associate cricketer over the last 5 years. Incredible, brilliant leader, brilliant bowler, fantastic batter. And I feel deeply sorry for him and his team because Shoranavaki Vilias, with the injury, the broken thumb, or fractured thumb, or whatever he has exactly. And then Kaur Ali with his unavailability. He's in America at the moment. He will be back hopefully for June for the Zimbabwe qualifier. Shorn, maybe 2 of their most consistent and best players. They were excellent this tournament. They really were. I know they lost to Nepal, but they probably outplayed UAE from looking at the scorecard for maybe 90% of that contest. 236 up at Mopani, maybe it's about par, maybe a little bit under par. But in the chase, I'm just looking at it here, Oman dominated the chase. They were all the way. They were at 1.98 for 1, and they were also 180 odd for 3, 186 for 3 at one point. So they were doing it comfy, and then they managed, as the rain obviously started to come and were certainly threatened. Zahir Khan bowled Zishan Maksud, and then Basil Hamid, who hasn't been in the team all tournament. I couldn't believe he wasn't in the team, given how effective an all-rounder he is. He actually ended up the player of the match. He took 2 wickets the last 4 balls to get them ahead on Duckworth Lewis Stern by 2 runs. Some devastation for Oman, delight for UAE. Maybe it was written in the stars. It was always going to be UAE versus Nepal in this final on Monday. So that kind of sums it up for today. A couple of other things. The Nepali team, I know I spend a lot of time here. I cover them a lot. I love all associate cricket. I don't just love Nepali cricket, but there's something special about these guys. The end of it, like it cataclysmically rained today. I mean, it was torrential. It was the kind of downpour you want to run away from. And even as it was still raining, when they finally got word from the match referee that the game was abandoned and Nepal were advancing to the final. Sorry, I haven't even mentioned Karen Casey's 5-wicket haul yet. Unbelievable bowling. Because it was a non-result, Nepal actually advanced kind of by default, being top of the group. But the game was over. You know, it was 37 for 6 and something like that. Yeah, what was it? 37 for 6. Let's have a look. I've got it here. 37 for 6, chasing 282 to win. Like, good luck. The game was over for Kuwait. 5 wickets all for them. But after all that rain, then the Nepali team, they have this tradition that this, well, maybe all grounds going forward, but certainly the TU ground under Monty Desai, they always do. It's not a lap of honor, it's a lap of thanks. And it's a lap of thanks to the fans who are some of the most passionate and incredible in the world. And like I said at one point today on commentary, it's not India, Pakistan we were watching. It was Nepal versus Kuwait. That's the whatever. I don't have it in front of me. The 13th, 14th ranked side in the world versus the 28th ranked side in the world. How good is that for cricket that we saw that kind of atmosphere, that kind of passion in an event, you know, that's been excellent, been so well run, 10 associate teams coming in here. Again, credit to the ACC, the way they put that package together, put the whole pathway together, not just for the men, not just for the women, and for the youth sides. Just excellent to see. and that's growing the game. That's what we all want, the sport we love. And okay, I'm sure I'm not watching it right now, but up on my TV here, I'm sure the IPL, there's another game on, and there'll be another one tonight, and I've been enjoying that in the evenings. But you know, that's only one country. That's just India. You know, let's expand the borders of the sport. And yeah, what Nepal are doing right now is incredible. And I know all of the associate teams that have come in here, you know, for Qatar to experience that atmosphere a few days ago. And Malaysia have had it several times before. They played quite a lot of cricket here. But for Kuwait, that was a huge day, a huge occasion. And they absolutely didn't disgrace themselves. They were a great part of it. So the atmosphere today, very, very, very special. Loved every second of it, and I was so pleased to meet so many of you. I met several players from the Nepal disabled team as well. They were telling me about winning a series down in India. Great to see them. The passion, the love for the sport here is just phenomenal. So many kids as well, young boys, young girls coming in. I met a 1-month-old baby earlier, and the mum was just like, I had to bring my child, so they knew they were here this day. And again, I go back to the point, this isn't India versus Pakistan. That was Nepal versus Kuwait today. So really bright signs for the future. So we're about 10 minutes in. Let's do 20 minutes of questions. And I'm going to start by answering a question that I know for a fact, it won't just be one or two people asking it. It's going to be hundreds of people asking it, okay? And I've had hundreds of messages about it. I don't know the answer to this question. I can give you what I think will happen, but I don't know. So the question that everyone is asking is, what happens if it rains all day on Monday and all day on Tuesday and we can't get a game played? Okay, and I see the question coming in just as I'm saying it. Jasker, great to see you, mate. How are you? And I will take your question in a second. So I don't know what happens. The version of the playing conditions that I've seen, that the playing conditions and the match referees will ultimately dictate what happens. This is if it pours rain for 2 days, okay? If it pours rain for 2 days. We don't know if that's going to be the case. There is a reserve day critically, and remember, we can go as low as 20 overs per side. It basically says, I'm going to have to pull it up here. It says something, I'll actually just read it because that's all that I know, all right? Where are we? Give me 10 seconds, I'll give it to you now. So, it says, sorry, I will get there. I'm going to read you this because this is the only question that everyone's asking. In essence, I don't know the answer, and I actually haven't worked out the answer. Here we go. So it basically says a reserve day is available for the final. If a match is tied, teams can play up to 2 super overs. If there's no result, the team that is seeded higher in the tournament seedings will be declared the winner and qualify for the Asia Cup. I don't know what that means. I don't know, does that mean the pre-tournament seedings? I don't know, does that mean the group seedings, as in who's got the most points, which would be Nepal. The pre-tournament seedings would be UAE. So I'm taking the 5th. I don't know the answer. I'm going to leave it up to the experts. I'm sure somebody will issue a clarification, hopefully in advance of the competition. So please don't ask that question again if you did hear that. I don't know the answer as to who will go through if it rains for 48 hours and we can't play cricket on Monday and we can't play cricket on Tuesday. If you looked at the outfield, you would certainly have seen real kind of rivers and yeah, very, very difficult. Sorry, final point I was going to make before we get to the questions. There's something special about that Nepali team. And I love all the teams here, but they took this celebratory lap of like thanks to their fans in the torrential rain. And there's videos going around of it online. It was so cool. They were literally walking bare feet, all of the players, every single one of them. So yeah, okay, we'll start with some questions off social media, sorry, Instagram, and I'm going to come to the YouTube ones. So let's do about 5 minutes of Instagram stuff, and then we'll do the YouTube ones. Okay, so stand by. Right, okay. Is it possible for tomorrow's match? Asks Nikesh Dittal. I don't know. There's a lot of rain that the ground took. That's a 3rd place playoff. I think if it goes by the seedings, Oman would take the spot. Heinrich, good to see you, mate. How are things? Jasker, I'm not hot. Am I coming for the Major League in July? Not sure I'm going to be able to, mate. I know it's going to be a really exciting tournament, Major League Cricket. And yes, the Los Angeles Knight Riders, very exciting for you, my friend. Congratulations. Don't know, I'm currently rostered to do the T20 World Cup qualifier Europe, which is in Scotland, between Ireland, Scotland, Italy, Jersey, et al. All 7 teams that will be battling out for those 2 spots. So I'm not sure it'll be possible, but I really wish you guys all the success. Hope it goes really well. No doubt that it will. Now it's up and running. John T, good to see you, man. Sujan says, it was great to see our openers get some runs under their belt. I want to knock our captain and cool Kushal Mala played. Couldn't agree more. Taking the words out of my mouth. Do I think that the half-hearted shots from the openers cost their wickets? Yeah, look, it was kind of quite clever bowling. Kuwait reacted really well. They hid the ball away from the hitting areas. It's very clear that if you kind of, at that ground, if you bowl into the hitting arc, if you bowl full, you can get punished. They were kind of hiding the ball away well, and they knew that Nepal were going to keep attacking them because they got off to such a good start. So I think it was quite clever bowling. Okay, Sri Adahal says, hey Lenny, do you remember the kid that I met in Trisara, the kid that asked Kevin O'Brien for some cricketing tips? I do. Namaste. I don't know if that's a question, but I do remember him. Yeah. And Trisara is one of my favorite places to get my chicken kote momos. Avesh King, Monday is my birthday. I wish that my Nepali team give me my best birthday gift. Yeah, fingers crossed that we can firstly play and win. Pratik is saying how to book tickets for Monday. MyPay, on the MyPay app. You've got to use the app, actually download the app, and you get a 25% discount, so 150 rupees. If you're going to buy them, I'd recommend buying them now, because God knows if not how quickly they're going to sell out. It's going to be packed Monday, even if it's raining, people are going to be there. Saraj asking, how do I rate Sharad's commentary? Sharad's doing a great job. Really have enjoyed his thoughts. I know he's still going to be playing, but himself and Presh, absolute gentleman, lovely to work with. Just can't speak highly enough about them as humans. Really good guys. Suman Karki says, I remember you talking to Lalit Rajbanshi during his injury phase. You came down from the commentary to meet and motivate him. Sluncha Suman, you must have some Irish in you. You must be in Ireland, maybe. Sluncha to you, my friend. Hope you enjoying your Saturday. Yeah, Lalit's a special kid. What he's been through with that kind of an injury. I've friends who've done that. I've never done that knee injury myself. Plenty don't make it back from that. So to see him thriving, what a catch he took today. Wish I was on air for that. I wasn't. Sagar says ACC must make it clear. I'm sure they will. I don't know. It's been very funny. More people asking about tickets. Wagley says, people are saying that I am planning to marry a Nepali girl. That's not true. Not that I'm adverse to that, but no, I'm currently single and will continue to be for the moment. I travel too much. Okay, Kishore Badarai says, the Taklu Dai. Yes, hello, my friend. Suman says, hi, Lenny, watching from Germany. Nice to see you, buddy. Santosh says, hello, Andrew. Hello, mate. Canal says, hello from Butwal. What are the chances of Nepal playing in the Asia Cup? Pretty strong, I would say. It's probably a bit more than 50-50. I think Nepal's like favourites, 60-40. That would be my prediction. If they play that game 10 times with that atmosphere, that occasion, Nepal win 6, maybe 6.5. Could be a bit less. We saw them win last month, but they have to do it tough, and the UAE are going to come hard at them. And I can guarantee you, Junaid Sadiq will be bowling the speed of light. Okay, Espasanta says, namaste. I'm coming to the YouTubes now. 2 more minutes on these on Instagram. Avid Young says, hello from Darwin. Lovely to see you, mate. Vinod Giri says, what do I think about Karen's 5-wicket haul? Well, it's the measure of the man, isn't it? Karen KC. How do people write him off? I don't get it. How do people write the openers off, the opening batters, the opening bowlers off? Just believe in this team. They are the real deal. And they may lose on Monday and UAE may qualify, but that's just part of this journey. I'm so excited to see what they're going to do in Zimbabwe. It really is incredible. Mickey, lovely to see you, mate. Hope all good in Bhutan. Sajan saying, Sajan Timasina says, Andrew, you please need to tell Nepal to work on short deliveries. Yeah, there's an issue there, and I think it's more than just something that can be remedied immediately. I'm sure they're aware of it, but yeah, definite difficulties. Okay, that's okay. So the kid, sorry, this is the kid from Trisara. He's a little old now, and he's still enjoying his cricket. Okay, it's good to hear. Lots of people asking about what if the game was washed out. I don't know. I can't give you the definitive answer. I don't know. Prem's asking how to buy tickets. Get them on the MyPay app. Okay, that'll do for. Cheers, Mick. You're great to hear you. Pratik says we love Andrew Balburney. Yeah, we do too, mate. He's a very, very good batter. Shailesh says, hello, sir. Give me a shout out. Sure thing. Prashant says, who do I support in English football? I don't support English football. This is just to show you it's live. There's a knock at my door. Thank you, boss. 1 sec. Thank you very much. Cheers. And there is my high place laundry. So, if you think it's not live, it is live. Okay, sorry. Bebek wants Ireland versus Nepal. And Rahai, yeah, I would love to see Ireland play Nepal. I was actually talking to Monty Desai about it tonight. Let's find a way to make that happen. Get the floodlights in, and I will speak to people in Ireland, and I'm going to make that happen because that would be epic. Okay, YouTube questions. Let's do about 10-15 minutes of these, and then I'm going downstairs to eat. And ask me anything you want, anything at all. Get onto YouTube now. I'm going to ignore you on Instagram for a bit. Okay, YouTube. So Shella Stappa says Oman should have won today. Looks like a real missed opportunity for them. They're going to be devastated, but they'll come back, particularly if Aki Ilyas is fit in Zimbabwe, which hopefully he will be. And they've got to win tomorrow to get to that emerging cup as well. Ramgiri says, I know Nepalese who are in Australia and they love their cricket. Yeah, spot on, Ram. Jiban Pockrell says, Andrew, sir, I don't think we are going to play against UAE. I think it's Nepal versus Mohammed Wasim. I get your point about how good Mohammed Wasim is, but Brady Aravind has more than 440 runs in the tournament or whatever he's got. They've got a really good bowling attack. Rohan Mustafa is an outstanding all-rounder. Ayan Khan is maybe the most talented young cricketer in the world. He's 17 years old. He's got, 13, 14 wickets in the comp, and he's just an absolute star. So yeah, there's much more to this UAE team than just Mohammed Wasim. And Mohammed Wasim, he's brilliant, but he hasn't been that consistent in 50-over cricket by any stretch. Okay. Gaurav Opreti says, what do I think when Nepal versus India happens in the Asia Cup? Will India score 1,000 runs? Well, it's very kind of you to ask, Gaurav. They won't score 1,000 runs, no. In fact, they may not even get past 300. Let's wait and see. I think Nepal will put it up to India. They're probably not going to beat them, but they will give them a good game, and they will show just how good associate cricket is. Because associate cricket is really, it's moved on leaps and bounds. But nice to hear from you, Gareth. Sudab says, hello, Taklu Dai. Hello, Sudab. Nice to hear from you. For those who don't know, Taklu Dai, Taklu in Nepali means bold, and Dai means kind of elder brother. So bold elder brother. I am very much bold, and I'm starting to get a bit old. So I think it's a pretty funny nickname. I quite like it. Okay, Dependra Mala says, have you hit 100 from your country? No. Shockingly, my highest score in cricket is 84. I wasn't really a good batsman, being honest. Many will tell you I wasn't really a good bowler either, but yeah, I was a leg spinner who batted a bit anywhere. I got an LBW as well in that game. Always remember that. Anyway, another person asking about the rain. I don't know the answer. Ganesh Paneru says, commentary panel for the final. Okay, well, let me tell you, because it just got sent to us. So because... okay. Interesting. I'm just hearing, I'm not going to say who it's from, but one rumor telling me that it looks like if there is a lot of rain, Nepal will go through, but I don't know. I'm leaving that up to the authorities. Prashant Pandit's asking me the age of Paresh Lahani. I think he's 41, 42. I don't know his exact age, but he's a gem of a bloke. So the commentary panel for the final couple of games. So because of the fact that we've had the 2 grounds throughout and 3 commentators at each venue, it's generally been myself, Shard Vasaker, and Paresh Lahani at the TU. We will stay there, and then what we will have is 2 of the guys come across from the old Pani. So that's Shamim Chowdhury, who's a Bangladeshi commentator, very, very experienced, a huge amount there in Bangladesh, and then Mudassar Ali, who is of Indian origin but spends a lot of time in the UAE and knows the UAE team very well. So there'll be 5 of us all together. We'll rotate. Myself and Shamim will probably alternate, and then the guys will come in and give their expertise. So that'll be good. Okay, Krish Betty says Kushal Mala is improving day by day. Yeah, would agree with you on that. It's quite something. Ex-Purple GG says, hey Lenny, will I get a seat if I come at 7 a.m. in the morning on Monday? Yes. If you got a ticket, get a ticket. Make sure you get a ticket. Okay, what about the win percentage of the final? Already went through that, 60-40, I reckon. I don't know how to say your name because I can't read Nepali. Sorry, but you're saying please request Khan to conduct matches at the Dang Dakori Stadium. It's probably the best cricket stadium in Nepal. It's great to see that there's stadiums coming up across the country. And one of the big things today that I couldn't get over, how many wickets you got now, Ian? Tell me. 12 coming in today. You get any today? Like you're going to be like 16 or something, aren't you? The number of people we met today that were from all over, like, and I mean all over Nepal. People had left last night on buses at 7 p.m. to get here for today's game. It was phenomenal. Okay, what else have we got going on? A few people being not overly nice about some of the other commentators. Be nice guys. I think they're all doing a good job. I've listened to all the stuff. We worked really hard as well. Sajan Timosina says, I think on Monday we'll see more than 30,000 fans. What are you doing on those windows, mate? Says Mr. Cops. I don't know. It's just a reflection. That's the city in the background. Beautiful Kathmandu. Binal Limbu, how are you? I'm very good, mate. Madab says, is the pitch at TU a belter? Yeah, generally the staff have done unbelievably well. They've turned things around from probably 5 or 6 years ago, where pitches were quite difficult and turning a lot to being really good for batting. I love this one. Sorry, the comments keep falling down. Arjun says, what if Pakistan are 38 for 6 versus Nepal in the Asia Cup? Let's hope that happens. It could well happen. Who knows? Very good bowling attack, Nepal. They really do. Kishab Kadke says, am I going to do commentary on the Asia Cup? I don't know. That will be up to Star Sports. Would obviously love to. I did the Asia Cup qualifier last year for Star Sports in Oman, which was a full production and it was really, really good. Nepal weren't at that, but yeah, it was Kuwait. It was Kuwait, Hong Kong, Singapore, and UAE, and Hong Kong took the spot with Trent Johnson as the head coach, the former head coach. Rajan says, please explain about the super over in the ACC Premier Cup. I'll explain this once more. There was a bit of confusion over this, right? They put out something trying to explain the playing conditions. Super overs only occur in the case of a tie. And what they were saying about the super overs was, much like the change to the playing conditions post World Cup final in 2019, there won't just be one super over. If there is a super over, if it's tied again, that's all that meant. It's obviously highly unlikely, but that's the way it goes. From Ari, thanks so much. That's really sweet. Thanks, mate. Rajan, that was the question that's answered. Sandesh Kandal says, who could play in the IPL and other international leagues from Nepal in the coming 3 or 4 years? Well, look, Kushal Mal is the obvious one. I think Sampal Kami is a highly underrated cricketer. I really do. And I think the world of Dipender Singh Ari. And you'll say to me, oh, but Dipender got a duck today. But like, I wouldn't be signing him as an out-and-out batter. I'd be signing him as a guy who's a gun fielder. Like, look at the catch he took today. Is an incredibly underrated bowler and can go in and smash it at number 6 or 7. I think that's a pretty good asset for a T20 side. I'd love to see Dipender Singh Ari get some deals around the world. He's just such a live wire. He's brilliant to watch. Bikram says, could you wear Dura Shurjwal in final, the traditional Nepali dress? Thank you for asking that, because it gives me a chance to do something that I wanted to do on air today and I couldn't do because it rained all day. And I was going to do the post-match presentation of this. This is a little shout out of thanks for my first ever Dhaka topi that I've owned. And you can see here, it actually fits me. I've got quite a big head. And this was a gift. Last night I got a call at the hotel from, I really like it too, really like it. This was a gift from Pradeep Bairi and his wife, who I was sitting with at the gala dinner the night before. I asked them where I could buy a topi, and they came and brought them for me. So that's the kind of hospitality and love you get here in Nepal. And I was completely overwhelmed. I tried paying for it. They wouldn't let me. So thank you so much, Pradeep, Ari, and your wife. Thank you. It was incredibly sweet. And I'm going to wear this on Monday in the final today. It's really cool. I love it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to treasure it. That's my first ever Dhaka topi. There it is. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much, Sandia. Okay. Rahul says that my take on the game, the final. I've already kind of given this, but yeah, it's going to be a hell of a contest, a hell of an occasion. I think they're two incredibly evenly matched sides. I know that most of the Nepali players think that UAE are the biggest threats in this competition. And I think that UAE would think the same about Nepal, and that's not being disparaging to Oman or Hong Kong or Kuwait. I think we've probably got the best two teams in the final. And I know that might feel a little bit harsh on Oman, but Oman haven't played much international cricket the last 12 months, so they've done really well. And they should have won today, yes. But I think overall, in terms of 1 through 11 quality in the teams, the starting 11s, I think we've got the best two teams in the final. So should be an outstanding game. We're just praying the rain doesn't in any way get involved. Okay, Nishal from Yokohama, Japan. What time is it in Yokohama? It must be like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. Okay, good to hear from you. 977 Nepal says, explain about Oman's wickets falling, the bad luck that the rain stopping play. Yeah, look, Basil Hamid got 2 wickets and 4 balls. Duckworth Lewis Stern is what we have to decide games that are interfered by the rain in our sport. It's a very fair system. Both sides know how it works. And look, if Oman had played out 2 maidens, they'd probably be in the final. They're not. Both sides know how it works. SD Creation says, Andrew, can you advise the Nepali coach regarding the batting of Dipender? He's losing his wicket without taking times. Yeah, look, the situation he came in though, he needed to score quickly. And there's a little bit of pressure put on Nepal at that point because wickets fell in clusters. So I didn't mind that. I thought he was playing an aggressive stroke. Outside edge could have gone for 4. Keeper caught it. Ganti, thanks so much. Thapa, I am seeing your comment. I don't know if there's a question, but if there's a question, smash it in there quick. Slaisha Thapa asking, is it possible to invite Paris Kadka in the commentary panel? I don't know if Paris is available, but we'd love to hear his thoughts. What an iconic guy. Sahid Sigdal is asking for my best associate 11. That's really putting me in the spot. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to name an 11, but just really from kind of Cricket World Cup League 2, I'll name some of my favourite players. Richie Barrington from Scotland, outstanding. Ali Khan from USA. Gajanan Singh, the left-hander from USA, I really love him. And he's an outstanding batter. From Namibia, Ruben Trumpelman and Gerhard Erasmus. There's 5. Oman, Zishan Maksud has to be in there. What a player. Got to go with Ayaan Khan. That means we've got 2 left-arm spinners already, so Lala's probably going to miss out. Probably isn't a better leg spinner in the associate game than Sandeep Lamachani, fastest ever to 100 ODI wickets. He's got to be in there. Rohit Powell would have to maybe be my captain. Oh, actually, Gerhard Erasmus, my captain. Rohit Powell would be in the team. What's that, 9 or 10? Dulov Asad Vala from Papua New Guinea. Yeah, too hard to narrow it down. But look, so many good players and so many guys who deserve, more acknowledgement, more respect, and more praise. And that's one of the things that kind of I love about what I do, going around covering the associate games in particular, is trying to highlight just how good these guys are from all countries, from every one of the countries. I'm sure I've forgotten one of the 7 teams there. I suppose Canada have come up now into Cricket World Cup League 2. But yeah, profiling these guys and getting across how good they are is something that we, I think is really important. So honored to be able to do that. Okay, Sujan says, sorry, the questions disappear on YouTube. It's really annoying. I'm going to see if I can get to that because that was interesting. I think, Sujan, you were saying, from the bit I caught of it, I think you were saying that Nepal's fielding is some of the best in the world. I fully agree with that. Okay, going to fly through a few more. We'll come to a couple now on Instagram just to finish up. Loads of people asking what happens if there's rain. And again, I'll just say I don't know. Let's hope there's not rain. There is a reserve day, 100%. We need to play 20 overs at least. Now I've been saying that how is my Nepali? Yeah, I'm getting there. I've got like maybe 10 or 15 words. Tiksa and Iktam Tiksa seem to kind of cover a broad array of things. So yeah, Iktam Tiksa, I got my Dandavad. I always say Dandavad to everyone. Ramrosa, and I am Barsako Subakamana into 2080 now. So yeah, happy New Year to everyone. Trying. It's not easy because I don't understand the script, obviously, but I want to work because I think it's an amazing thing to be able to share that with people, and people always light up. Sujal, thanks so much. Sunil Lama says, will the Prime Minister of Nepal be at the finals, the chief guest? I don't know. He turned up to the Cricket World Cup League 2 climax, so yeah, maybe. That was amazing. I didn't ever expect to get to meet him and announce him. Prasanth Kamir says, I want to be a cricketer without investing a single penny. How can I do it? Yeah, look, cricket, sadly, the only kind of negative about our sport is sometimes you do need the equipment, but there's plenty of stories of people getting through without having much behind them. So, yeah, bowlers in particular, you know, you need less kit if you're a bowler. You just need a ball and you practice with that. And hopefully, all cricket clubs will always help you out if you're struggling for kit and be able to share some and get hand-me-downs or, you know, get in touch with people in the cricket world. Generally, will always pay it forward, will always try and help. I know lots of the Irish players give all of their old kit and their spare kit on. So yeah, best of luck with that, Prashant. Hope it goes well. Pradeep, thank you so much. It's really sweet. Diwash asks, will I do commentary with Shamim Chowdhury in the finals? Shamim's going to be there. I think he'll generally lead and I'll lead, so we'll alternate and then the other guys will come in. Yes, lots of people said about the Dara Surwell. I think that's that kind of dress that is more of a front-breasted sort of suit. So I have my topi. The topi's going to be worn. I promise you on that. And I love it. So I'll wear that. If I can get that other thing as well, I will. Okay, final few questions. I've gone past the 30 minutes I said I would do. Last 5 minutes, we're going to call it. Kagendra says Wi-Fi too slow. I hope that's at your end, not at my end. Gareth says, will you take me as your +1 in the final game? Gareth, send me a message at Cricket Badge. I'll see what I can do. Okay, Elisa says you have more viewers in the Oman UAE match. That's not true, Elisa. Come on, be nice. Masad says, is there a possibility that Nepal will be allowed to host the match between India and Pakistan as the neutral ground at the Asia Cup? There is some media reports out there that India may not travel to Pakistan, even though Pakistan is hosting the Asia Cup. And the 4 venues that I heard as potential hosts were Dubai, Colombo, Dhaka, and London. I love the Team International Cricket Ground, but I can't see it coming to Nepal, just in terms of broadcast facilities and infrastructure. It'll get there. I adore the place, but yeah, I don't think Nepal will be a realistic option. Morning Star says, can our team, I presume Nepal, beat India? Who knows? Strange things have happened. It's a game of cricket. It's 11 v 11. If they get there, they got to win on Monday. Thapa says, watching from the UK. Has really enjoyed the commentary. Thanks so much, Thapa. That's really kind. Lax says, namaste. Namaste to you. Diwash, my all-time ODI 11. Not going to be able to get to that. I'd have to think about that. But Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards is in there, and so is AB de Villiers. They're the 2 must picks. Shane Warren, too. He's in every team. You could pick of all time. And much missed. Bishal asking if I tried Momo. I'm going to have Momos for dinner tonight. And they're going to be chicken cote Momos if they're still there. Sushant says Nepal need to score over 280 plus versus UAE. Yeah, good point. Look, it tends to be a high scoring ground. We'll see. Okay, Mr. Kopp says, what are you doing on those? Oh, why is that question gone? What are you doing on those windows on cam footage? You're standing, the windows may be safe. Sorry, I was standing on the window ledge, yes. I was getting a quick video, which you can actually see on the YouTube channel here, of the guys, the Nepali guys going around the ground in the rain, thanking all of the fans. Okay, for YouTube, no more comments. We're going to wrap that up there. I have a couple on Instagram to round it out. Nomadic Scholar says, come and live here permanently. Bajaya says, why are you bald? That's the way my hair follicles are. There's not many of them. I've got to go get a head shave tomorrow. I'll do that. Dig Bajaya saying, will Nepal make any changes to their playing 11? No. I'm saying same 11 for the final. Might be wrong, but I don't think Pratish GC will come in. I think surely Karen KC will keep pushing Jived, and maybe they'll go Glenn Andramala instead of Bim Sharkey at 3. But I suspect they'll go with the same 11. Creator, I've already spoken about Jared's commentary. He's doing a great job. Really like him. And yeah, we love Paresh too. Uncle Tony. What about dancing in Panch Baja if Nepal win the final? Niraj, I don't know what that means. Let's say if Nepal win the final, I'll do that for you. I don't know what that is, so I hope it's not too bad. Okay, final few, a couple of questions on Instagram. We'll wrap it up. Election Morris asking, can we please get Paris Kadka? Lots of people love to see Paris Kadka in commentary, so would I. And Keith asking about Bim Jonty's fielding. What a catch he took. It really was quite incredible, and also might have been topped today by Dipender Singh Aries. Lalit Rajbanshi. Nepal's fielding is gun. It's absolutely outstanding. Karki asking, should Dipender Singh Ari be promoted? I would have liked to see him up the order today. I personally would have sent him in at number 6 after Kushal Mala got out. Each to their own. That's the way I would have seen it. Vivek asking how to take the wicket of Aravind. Not easy. He is an incredible player. Okay, we're going to go final 2 questions on Instagram and 2 random ones on YouTube, and we're going to call it. Abhishek says, Danny Morrison and Andrew Leonard, the perfect combo for the commentary panel for the Nepal game at the Asia Cup. I would love that. Danny is great fun, and I've met him a few times over for ACC. He's a really good guy. Dinesh says, what should Nepal do if they win the toss in the final? Going to depend a lot on the weather, but I would imagine both captains are going to want to bowl first. But it may not matter because Nepal have tossed 4 times and they've lost all 4. Okay, last 2 from YouTube. We're going to call it. Dian, overwhelming. Dian's asking, how do I feel when so many Nepali people are so nice to me and love me? Absolutely overwhelming. Every time I do a Nepal game at the TU, I come back emotionally exhausted because everybody, and I mean everybody, from the security guards, the catering staff, to the fans, to the scorers, to everyone, the doctors, the army, everyone is so nice, and that's genuine. It's ludicrous how nice and kind people are here, and yeah, it's really overwhelming. That's the best way to sum it up. And I find it really hard to take it in and explain to everyone how much I love being here. But it's awesome. I don't know what random path has sent me to Nepal for a lot of my life, but I love it here. So I'm so happy it's been the case. Final 2 on YouTube, we're going to call it. Okay. Let's get 2 interesting ones. When will Nepal play bilateral series against big nations? That will come in time. It's not going to happen next month. It's not going to happen in the next 3 months. But if Nepal could win on Monday and get to the Asia Cup final, I really think there's a chance that everyone should know about Nepali cricket, but they don't necessarily, because that's not how the cricketing ecosystem works. A lot of people are watching the IPL. They might not know this competition's on, even though we're giving it so much brilliant coverage. Asia Cup, India, Pakistan, Nepal. Even if they don't win either of those games, let's pick a random player. Let's say Asif Sheikh goes out and gets 80 off 60 balls against one of those 2. Every single Indian fan or Pakistani fan, whichever the 2 teams are playing against, then goes, oh my God, look at Nepal. Look at how good this kid is. Look at how talented the Nepali batters are. And that for me is why Monday's so exciting for Nepal. UAE too. And I'm not taking away from what it would mean for UAE to go back to the Asia Cup, but they've been there 3 or 4 times. Nepal never have, and this new young team is really exciting. UAE is mighty exciting as well. So whoever wins is going to deserve their place at the Asia Cup, and hopefully they're going to go really well. Okay, here we are, last 2. Bipin Naponi says, I really miss being in the stadium. I'm in my hometown, Palpa. I really hope that Nepal win on Monday. That's not a question, but nice to read that out. Suggestion, just asking what the Asia Cup means for me. Okay, Anand Adhikari. Sir, I'm watching from South Korea. It's 11:50 p.m. And you're asking the same question, Anand, that everyone's asked, and I will answer it once more. He says, what's the scenario of qualification for the Asia Cup if it rains both the match final day on Monday and the reserve day on Tuesday? As of right now, I don't know. Okay. It basically says the higher seeded team will progress to the Asia Cup. I don't know who the higher seeded team is. Does that mean the higher seeded team in this competition, as in Nepal of 7 points from the group stages and UAE of 6? Does it mean the higher ranked ODI side? Does it mean the higher ranked seedings going to the tournament? I don't know. So I can't tell you. I'm sorry. But I am sure it will be clarified by the final, before the final. I think most people seem to be saying that it will be Nepal that will advance. I don't know though. Okay, last question. Who's going to get it? It's got to be a good one. Slash it. That's a lovely comment. Thank you so much. Tuki, also, that's really sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dandavad. Come on, give us a good one to finish with. Okay, let's go with... I want to get a good one to finish with. We're just about to finish. I like that comment. Virat Kohli goes for a duck against Nepal. Don't worry, guys. Um, I'm not going to answer that one. Where are we getting to? Come on, give us one good one to finish with, guys. There's so many coming in. It's really hard to keep up with. Okay, let's finish that one. Sir, what should the plan of Nepal be against UAE's foreign players? I think you mean, I'm guessing that you mean Mohamed Wasim and Verdi Aravind in particular. Good question. Wasim is a little bit boom or bust. He's a gun player. He's a brilliant batter, but he is boom or bust. So he smashes it everywhere, or he gets out kind of none to 15, none to 20. For me, Wasim is a bit of a weak spot outside the off stump, like many batters do. I'd be bowling kind of back of the length outside a sort of fifth stump, but make sure to keep a slip in. You do not want to bowl it into his hitting arc. He will smash six, particularly that first power play, and he can bring that T20 style to his batting. So I would hide it away outside sort of fourth, fifth, sixth stump, probably fifth, sixth, not fourth stump. Fourth stump he can rip you away still. So yeah, for Veritia, he's such a. I can't think of many weaknesses he has. In fact, the only low scores he's got have been up at Mulpani, where the wickets have been a bit more tricky. On a good batting wicket, he may be a little bit fragile to left arm spin. Rajbanshi could get him early. That'd be the only thing I could think of. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Don't have any more answers. There's too many questions coming in. I'll get to them. We'll chat again on Sunday. Third place playoff tomorrow. Final Monday. Let's hope whatever rain is behind us. I think it's stopped raining right now. Is going to not interfere with Monday. And yeah, it's time for me to go get my dinner. So a huge thanks, massive thanks. One very final thing. There's a load of questions and comments and messages I got today I didn't respond to. I wasn't ignoring people, and I get so many it's hard to keep up with them, but there was no internet the entire day. So I got back here to the hotel and I had like thousands. So I'm trying to go through them and trying to get back to a few people. I'll see how many I can get to tonight. But yeah, that's it. It's good night for me. Thanks to everyone for all their really nice comments. Dandavad, I will log off both now. And yeah, see you tomorrow. I think it's 9 a.m. Let's hope the outfield is dry. Third place playoff, playing for a spot at the Emerging Teams Cup. And then a big build. We'll spend a lot of tomorrow also talking about that grand final, UAE versus Nepal. El Clasico. It's back on Magic Monday. I'll see you there for it. Cheers, you guys. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you then.